I have some numbers.
Oh, he has another camera right here. Hey, Kevin, it's Officer Dinsley. We just want to talk to you. We're not doing anything. We're trying to clear up this situation with you. Let me try Kevin. Hey, Kevin. It's Officer Dinsley, LAPD. You're always talking about this conspiracy against you. I brought the FBI so they can talk to you so we get this cleared up.
Okay, wait. Hold up. Let's go back 3 weeks.
The door locked? Was it the door locked? Well, see if the door's open. Before you knock, if it's open, just open and then announce. Alright. We'll let the slide. The slider locked. He's upstairs locked up. You won't hear that. It's not.
Here, just grab those boxes away. Do them for
It's a liquor bottle. Pet door. You over there with the gate to the right of it.
No, there's not.
Also notice the timing. First they come at 12/30/2018, December 30th, 2018. And also they come at 1:30 p.m. the next time in their patterns of threes tactics, or 1, 2, 3s, where they have people follow me around going, yes, 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 hey, 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 and all sorts of things like this over and over and over all day and night. For example, if I go to a coffee shop, people will sit down, talk to each other, and they'll say things in threes to each other over and over, and then they'll leave, and the next group of people will do it, and this will go on pretty much every single day of my life until they can try to provoke me into some kind of reaction with the police. Okay, so now let's watch the full clip.
I want you not to get it back off. Oh. No, I think it's this side. I think it is this. I think it is this. Maybe the back side? You know this side? Hey Kevin, it's Officer Dinsey. That's the camera, so you're looking right at us.
Kevin, I'm here from the FBI. I just want to talk to you. Can you come to the door? Kevin! This is the FBI. We just want to talk to you. You're not in any trouble. I have some numbers.
Oh, here's another camera right here. Hey Kevin, it's Officer Dinsey. We just want to talk to you. We're not doing anything. We're trying to clear up this situation with you. Why everyone's following you.
I'll someone hit this over. Did you hear him go?
On the other side, these are popped out. These are separate. These are separate. You can't pop out in the back. But there's a walkway that leads to the courtyard. The pool access. Let me try and get him. Hey Kevin! Officer Dinsey, LAPD. You're always talking about this conspiracy against you. I brought the FBI so they can talk to you so we get this cleared up. Let's see, I brought this one here. Okay. Hey Kevin, it's Officer Dinsey. Oh, he has another camera right here. This is his. Hey, Kevin, it's Officer Dinsey. We just want to talk to you. We're not doing anything. We're trying to clear up this situation with you. Why everyone's following you. I don't say. We just popped out somewhere. These are separate. These are separate. You can't pop out the back. But there's a walkway that leads to the courtyard, right? To the pool access. Hey Kevin, it's Officer Dinsey on TV. You're always talking about this conspiracy against you. I brought the FBI so we can talk to you so we can get this cleared up. Kevin. Officer Dinsey.
Okay, one of the things you might notice is that as they first arrives, before knocking on the door, the detective the detective who claims, who knows if they're even detectives, probably not, but the police officer, the LAPD who claimed that they're FBI agents, went and she tried to get in, and they quietly say something as to trying to check to see if the door's unlocked, just like before. But this time, they're smart enough to keep their voice levels down, right? But she reaches over and she tries to check the door, and then after that knocks. Once again, trying to break in my house. People with authority trying to break in my house to either plant things on me or try to get anything to use against me that they can, which is pretty much the same thing, because if you're going to go as far as breaking in someone's house, they're probably going to put something in the house, right? And then say, we got a tip about this or that, and break it. Who knows, right? You don't know. Once again, second time trying to break in my house. You'll notice as Dincy leaves, as they all leave, Dincy runs back for something. Now, surprisingly enough, right in that time period, that first camera feed, there's no video footage after that. So most likely what happened is Dincy went back and he unplugged the first security camera and it rebooted, him thinking, oh, well, the data's gone or something, right? So once again, Dincy showing his true colors. You'll also notice that Dincy says the FBI wants to have a chat with me to clear things up. Well, what exactly does that mean, clear things up? What are we clearing up here? I mean, first of all, the FBI doesn't walk to people's doors and go, hey, I just want to clear things up. Nothing's going on, or this or that. Or, more importantly, if they are involved in a mass conspiracy, what are they going to do? Admit to it? I don't think so, especially after 17 years of severe torture and murder operations with worldwide support, which are really 40 years, but me noticing it 17 years. Oh, hey, we just want to clear things up, we made a mistake, we did horrific, unspeakable things to you, we tried to kill you and end your life, so let's clear things up. Water under the bridge, no harm, no foul, let's go get some tea. Yeah, okay, sure, right? The FBI doesn't come to people's doors to clear things up, okay? They come to people's doors if there's something going on, an investigation, and whether they're investigating you or you have something to say about someone else, and they don't come with Officer Sean Dincy, who is the biggest criminal known to man out there, paid off to hunt down and try to kill the imperfect, with his claim on, I'm just trying to clean up the streets while going after people that he thinks might be mentally ill and just trying to eradicate them and just throw them in jail cells or mental institutions for the rest of their lives when they didn't do anything wrong. Whether you're mentally ill or not, it's irrelevant. The police's job is to stop crime, not profile and go, I don't like you, so you're a dead man and we're going to rid you of the world. Okay, so here Dincy is, and he's at my front door, and he's with his supposedly FBI buddies here, which are obviously just street detectives or whatever, maybe not even detectives, coming past the locked front gate. How did he get past the locked gate? That's interesting. How did he get past the locked front gate? On my property, knocking on the door, they just want to talk. They want to know why me, the target, is being hunted by mass groups. As if they don't know why there's a worldwide campaign stalking and hunting me, and they're not part of the world. But the big question here is, if Dincy wants to play stupid, has Dincy seen my website? Because on my website shows and explains exactly what's going on. For example, my website talks about what's going on, why it's going on, who's involved, and endless video and photo proof of what is going on. So, now, Dincy wants to know, at this point, after several arrests lying to my face and stalking me, with a large part of the other LAPD group sending endless people after me for 40 years, he wants to know why he is involved in a mass stalking to hunt me down. So, the big question is, if Dempsey is one of these cave dwellers that's never left his house in 30, 40 years, or however old he is, has he or has he not seen the website with flat out black and white, undisputable, undeniable proof of what is being done to my life? Well, let's see. On the website.
I know, I've seen your website many times.
Sure.
Devin, shut them out.
Oh.
Put your hands up your head. Yep. Put your hands up your head.
I'm sorry, what did I do?
You have a warrant out for your arrest. Why don't you go to court?
For what?
Interlace your fingers. You didn't get anything in the mail?
I got a thing to call a detective and I did.
Okay. No. You should have got something else in the mail.
No, I didn't get anything.
You didn't get anything in the mail?
Yeah.
What case do you have right now?
I went to a lawyer and he said we went to court and that was it. It was dropped.
Well, it has to do with all the littering and your criminal. It actually was not dropped.
Well, he said it was.
Okay. Well, we refiled it.
Well, then I should have known about that.
Okay. Yeah. Should have got something in the mail. And obviously, whatever happened in the mail was an oopsie.
Oh, that's a big oopsie.
That is a big oopsie if you never got something in the mail. Okay. Do you have any weapons on you?
Of course not.
Okay. So you got your camera in your car. Do you want to leave it in your car? What do you want to do with it? In the trunk?
No, I'll just
Or
leave
do you
it
want to
here.
put it back in your apartment?
I'll just leave it right here.
You want to leave it in here? Open like that, so we'll steal it.
No, lock the door.
No, I don't mean nothing.
Well, if they steal it, they'll be breaking and entering, and that'll prove exactly.
That don't make a difference.
Yeah, just leave it there.
You want it left there. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to loosen this cup up for you later.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
What's pretty strange?
Nothing in the mail, nothing said by my lawyer.
Door 30 up.
Okay, so you don't have any guns, drugs, weapons on you? Right now?
I mean, just a keychain pocket knife, which is perfectly legal.
Okay.
Yeah, it meets all the criteria.
Give you 420.
Battery, do you want the battery in here?
Yeah, just go in.
Target.
Okay, 2 batteries right there.
Unit pool is on at 10375 code 20. Hey, Sarge, you up? Hey, 5 2 show code 6973556.
You have the right to remain silent, you understand?
Door 30 up.
Anything you say can and will be used against your court, you understand? You have the right to the presence of an attorney if you want. You understand? Cannot afford an attorney, won't be plaintiff free of charges for any question if you want. You understand? Okay, do you want to talk about
2185
all these cards in your pocket?
Yeah, I have the right to remain silent.
Huh?
I have the right to remain silent. And I can all come out in court.
All right. Let's see, what else you have in here? Your phone? You want that going with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna just put this towel over the camera as much as you might not care.
Turning my road.
The little trims that we don't need.
Yep.
You want to back on please?
Put the wallet here.
Hey, door 2175.
Okay, no other knives or weapons or anything like that?
You guys have your psychological warfare weapon.
There's no psychological warfare at all. No one's trying to hurt you, or no one's trying to attack you, Kevin.
It's all on the website.
I know, I've seen your website many times.
Sure, and you won't be quiet about it.
Once we're sitting, can I get a variable pass for this incident?
Do I lock your car up?
Yeah.
Whose keys? There's another set of keys for the same car?
Okay, so now you've just seen video footage of Dincy arresting me with falsified fake warrant arrests on court cases, or court hearings that I showed up on with my lawyer, Richard Barnwell, from the Cochran firm, which they threw out the case because before that they came on my property. At least I'm guessing, this isn't what they directly told me, but they threw out the case, which, once again, they were on my property, past a locked gate, and the case was instantly thrown out, and Dincy showing up a month later, arresting me with some kind of warrant saying I didn't show up to court, which I never got any copy of this warrant paperwork, and nor did my attorney ever call me up stating that the case isn't fully closed or something like this and we have to go back to court, which is beyond any level of strange. But you have now just seen video during these fake warrant arrests of Dincy flat out stating, yes, I have seen your website. So now, Dincy has seen my website, he's coming over with a large group of police, he's up to nothing, he just wants to talk, and he wants to know why he's hunting me down to basically kill me or exterminate me, or as the judicial system has told my newer lawyer, they want to incarcerate me for life on something they're angry about when I was 5 years old when this starts. Okay. So, what was this thing I did at 5? I don't know. Did I fart imperfectly or bad breastfeeding? Or was it when my father told me to leave that I wasn't allowed to leave the dinner table if I didn't eat the liver when I sat there for like an hour refusing to eat the liver? I can't tell you what it's about. Why would you ask some guy who's being hunted at this point by a planet full of people why they're doing it? In other words, Dincy is trying to play stupid. I don't know what's going on. This guy's crazy. He's a conspiracy theorist. But he's seen the website. He has seen the flat-out proof. He has seen the evidence. And he, and anyone in the judicial system or law enforcement, has made a conscious decision not to stop the mass crime spree to have me killed, but to help them and try to silence me. Okay, so another thing of extreme importance is during these fake warrant arrests with Sean Dincy and several other of the Topanga Division LAPD police officers who were involved in sending Rody Morales after me on these. Supposedly Rody was out to catch a murderer, and he was also my gym manager who wanted to take me to strip clubs. The fourth person in my life since 20 to 30 or something saying, Kevin, let's go to strip clubs, and groups of people saying I'm stalking strippers and weird things like this. And these frame jobs and setup operations then were running around saying that I had supposedly killed someone. Needless to say, after Dincy with the fake warrant arrest puts me in the car and handcuffs me, they tell me, I can't remember if it was Dincy or one of them working with him, but Dincy was there, working with them, and that time he read me my Miranda rights and waited out in the cul-de-sac, asks me if I have an animal, knowing that I had a cat, because of the Patty Guggen, obsessively, you should really get a cat. And he asked me if I have an animal. I said yeah, and then the police officer tells me while I'm in the back of the police car, well, if I go to jail and I don't feed my cat, that's animal abuse, which is unheard of. It's like, wait, you're arresting me and then saying I did something to my animal? Then that's animal abuse. So if he would like, he can go in and get the cat, right? Well, I mean, isn't that strange? We now have 3 break-in attempts after I was eventually arrested, trying to get in my house while being arrested for a fake warrant. And the cat, which is associated with Patty Guggen, who saw my watercolor painting picture at 16 with the Grateful Dead guy skull holding the gun, and my father with the police putting a bullet hole in his Mercedes 300E after that, telling the world I tried to kill or scare him, or endlessly trying to break in my house. 30 years later, I painted this harmless watercolor painting. Anyways, so you can see what's going on here is that Dincy is being paid off with these murder operations to have me killed or incarcerate me for life out of someone that wants me dead and gone. It is a professional hit, so to speak, except this professional hit involves worldwide psychological operations due to the disinformation given out to the entire planet now. Okay, so wait. What does it take to get past the townhouse front locked gate? Anyways, well, let's take a look. Okay, so I wanted to show you the process or the gate where the police had to get past, which they need a key to enter my place. And so the question is, how did they get past this gate, which is pretty much breaking and entering? There is no signs of breaking and entering, so they must have had a key or are working with someone that has a key or someone else to get into the complex. So they're not working alone. So when the police are showing up over and over, especially with their so-called, supposedly with FBI, they're not really obviously FBI, but people working with them, because the FBI would say, well, how did you get that key, or why are you breaking and entering? My point is that he's obviously working with someone, or the police are obviously working with someone who has a key or to let me in, and so obviously those weren't real FBI people. They just wanted information to use against me to figure out how to arrest me, like usual, the same thing they've been doing for the last 40 years. But as you can see, Dincy most likely is getting the key from my father, who, when I moved in here, gave me a whole song and dance how he wanted the keys to my place in case something ever happened to me. But wait, the plot thickens, because he had his employee, Patty Guggen, who was originally at 16 years old, involved in all sorts of setup and frame job operations I didn't know were going on. She obsessively, after rehiring me, my father with Lorena rehiring me at around 35 or 36 or something, obsessively wanted me to get a cat. The same cat in which my father supposedly wanted to feed for me after me breaking contact with him, and having Dincy throw me in maximum security prison to try to thug me quiet. And if you want to see the opposite direction, and the point is that once I realized the type of person my father was, I changed locks on my door. So after changing locks on my door, you can see when my father tried to come over here. And someone actually moved the box here this morning off my property. As you can see, they got past the gate with the one key my father had, and then my father, with the police, couldn't break in my house with the door key, which I had changed after I realized my father was just batshit crazy, right? So I just wanted you to kind of get some video showing here what Dincy and crew and the police worldwide have to do to get to my door, which alone is highly illegal. Why their original arrests in 2016 were instantly thrown out was because he's involved in breaking onto my property. The next set of arrests after them filing fake warrants saying I didn't show up in court, Dincy was waiting out on the cul-de-sac on the street the second time. But now here they are kind of breaking onto the property again in desperation, trying to get things out of my house to incriminate them in mass crimes, in which my father, working with Victoria Walker with the LAPD, paying them off, this all links to. Hence why my father originally wanted the key back when I was around 29 years old. Or, no, earlier than that, maybe 26 years old. But here you can see the process in which they had to go through to get past this gate. Once again, the important question here is, what are the police doing, breaking and entering on my property, right? And with supposedly FBI agents working with the same guy that's been hunting me at least since 29 with Mike Huntley, right? Then asking, why am I hunting you down? As if I can answer him. Okay, so now you've seen what it takes to actually get from past this locked gate up to my door. You've seen them 3 weeks prior trying to black and white, non-disputably break in my house with audio. Is the door unlocked? How can we get in? Blah, blah, blah. Then seeing the camera and then changing up to knocking on the door. Right? Okay, so they have tried to break in my home to get incriminating evidence against him in a mass crime. And here is Dincy, once again, who is completely against imperfection, like a skinhead white supremacist Adolf Hitler, going around trying to clean up the streets and eradicate imperfection based on people that might possibly have mental illness and things like that, right off the police scanners with other members of the LAPD, labeling and targeting people who possible male mentals. Even though I do not suffer from any type of mental illness, their story is that I'm a violent paranoid schizo to justify trying to lock me away and remove me from society. Now, this starts at a very young age. Okay, so the plot thickens. This is my own father, Doc Ronald Perlman of Golden State Sports and Medical orthopedic surgeon, trying to pose as a good person, breaking in my house as well, right after they threw me into maximum security prison for tiny little misdemeanors, which were actually things that I called in on, and then reversing the charges, saying I did it to the other people, except for Terrence Scroggins, who on the court flat out said that he was contacted by Officer Sean Dincy to go after me. He was contacted by the police to go after me, and I was even warned 2 days prior to that at Valley Auto Motor Center in Van Nuys that there is a police officer, Sean Dincy, with a Facebook account hunting me and stalking me.
Sylvie. Yeah. Hello. found one. They walk a lot, yeah. Okay, so the food was sort of empty on the bottom part, so I had to shake some down. About half full in the bin. The water, yeah, about half down, almost half down, yeah. Okay. Look, there's nothing else you can do. No, then another animal would come. I think it's okay. Then put it where? I don't know. Right in front of the door. No. Looked in the house, I don't see her. I'd wait 2 days. I mean, he's not here for 2 days. Well, I assume it's her. Cat food. Rats don't like cat food. No, only dog food. No, I'm sneezing. I'm sneezing today. My throat is dry, but I think I've got just allergy.
Okay, so while you've now stealthily seen my own father trying to break in my house, I broke contact with him pretty much after he fired me from his company, making a conscious choice to help the people he was paying off to basically stalk and kill me, like Lorena Escobar, which he pretty much hired when I was around 16 to hunt me down, following me from college to college and things like that, notifying people to do these things. But without getting too deep in this, my father, when I moved into this house, wanted keys to, in case something should happen to me. And so he had a key to the front door, and then he had a key to the gate. So now, common sense dictates that most likely, Sean Dinsey has the key from my father to try to break in my house. But what happened was, as soon as I noticed my father with his freaky behavior and paying off his employees to stalk me with worldwide support, I changed the front locks. So my father and Dinsey and the LAPD could not get into my house because they have the front gate key, but they do not have the front door key. So you get the idea that there is something in my house that my father wants that incriminates him in a mass crime, which I have tons of things, not just in my house, but all over the internet, which the world is seeing. The video footage, the images of the mass stalking groups, the whatever, everything, whatever, the items from a surprise box thingy that Victoria Walker was paid off by the LAPD to give me, which had a toy gun, which they were trying to get falsified, coerced confessions from me to frame me and make me look crazy. Okay, back before I was 29, Mike Huntley and my family, my father, was sending a person named Rody Morales with the LAPD after me to try to make it look like I had killed someone, which is very strange. Working with Mike Huntley, befriending me at my gym. actually Mike Huntley wanting me to sign up to the gym that Rody Morales worked at, working with the LAPD to try to do things like he tried to plant a trash bag full of marijuana on me and things like this. Okay, so we have a father who basically at 29 gives me, or pays off Victoria Walker at the LAPD to give me a surprise box with a toy gun in it, as well as a Playboy with 3 Playmates or models on the cover, which have sort of been linked to this with the majority of the entertainment industry doing things to me. But Victoria Walker trying to get falsified, coerced false confessions about things related to a toy gun that don't exist, or that the LAPD put bullet holes in my father's car with my father running around saying I tried to kill or scare my father. Also linking back to a person sent after me named Kelly Hatch and things like this. So you can basically put 1 plus 1 equals 2 together, that while my father is running around with the LAPD saying I'm a violent 5150 paranoid schizophrenic that needs to be removed from society, he's sort of trying to plant things on me that makes me look like a crazy person with a gun. And that's my father's entire argument, is that I'm a crazy man with a gun. Well, first of all, if I did go out and buy a gun, the Second Amendment would state that I have the right to own a firearm, even though I don't own any firearms. Hence, some of these illegal arrests and convictions, even though they're misdemeanors, are playing on this. We think he has a gun. We arrested him for no reason. We convicted him for no reason. We still think he has a gun. Things like this, all relating back to these toy guns and things like this, which no one would normally care about unless something freaky is going on. But remember, like I said, they had Rody Morales trying to plant trash bags of marijuana on me before 29. In other words, they're just trying to, and that's right before Victoria Walker was paid off to give me the toy gun. In other words, they're just trying to either plant things on me, set me up, frame me, or do whatever it takes to. Okay, so my cat keeps jumping on me when I try to record this, so I guess my cat's gonna be in this. So anyways, and she wants attention, I guess. So anyways, Rody Morales planning these things on me back before Victoria Walker was sent into my life. Actually, these mass groups were working on me with different angles. But the point is that they will do anything to try to set me up, frame me, remove me from society for whatever reason. Well, it doesn't really make much sense other than they have an agenda, and what you're seeing is Sean Dinsey trying to cover his ass. Now, were those people FBI agents? I don't think so. FBI agents don't hang out with random street cops and talk to people, and if something this big is going on, the FBI is going to talk to me one-on-one without some guy running around trying to get information from me that he already knows, or use anything against me. So most likely Dinsey, like usual, is there with their lies, trying to say things like, oh, we're just concerned about you, this and that, and once I start talking about my life, they're going to do whatever they can to use my life against me like they always have. Like the Bailey Bernard. I call in, Bailey Bernard follows me home, attacks me, blocks my fence, attacks me, won't let me get to my house away from him. The only thing Dinsey and his crew and the Topanga LAPD are concerned about is, did you hit the guy? Well, yeah, after the guy hit the keys out of my hand and started hitting me, yeah, I defended myself, but the LAPD doesn't care about any of that. Instead, they're arresting me and not going after the endless amount of people that I have filed police reports against that have done similar things over the years. I have literally hundreds of police reports filed to Topanga Division, LAPD, and not one of them says something strange or out of the norm is going on. They try to separate each and everything, making it look like nothing's going down, and they dumb down each report. Example, if 2 tires are slashed, they only put 1 tire slashed. Out of 7 tire slashings, they try to make it look like, oh, he just has old tires. But no matter how many reports are filed, they won't investigate the mass attacks against me, and more importantly, No matter how many times I go in with hard drives full of evidence of these mass attacks against me, or even call them to come out looking at the things like the cars parked in 2s and 3s, they refuse to lift one finger. Yet here's Dincy. Hey, we just want to know why people are mad at you. Okay, well, I can't tell them why he's spreading every lie known to man to the entire planet, known as defamation, slander, libel, you name it. All I can tell you is that he's coming to my door trying to get information. Hey, why are people mad at you? Is it because, maybe it's because of this? Oh, you did that? Even though I haven't done anything. But is it because of this? Oh, you did that? Okay, you're under arrest. Right? Trying to get confessions to use against me to remove me from society. Right? So there you have it. You have right there 3 attempts to break into my house, to either plant things on me or try to get things to use against me in a court of law to remove me from society no matter what it takes. And remember that most of the lawyers are being contacted, told not to help me, and as strange as that sounds, it is happening. Showing that this is a high-level government operation with NSA, FBI, and every psychology community, every resource known to man to remove me from society no matter what it takes. For no reason, no legitimate reason at all. You know, I don't like you, you're different, I think this, I think that, I think you might be dangerous, even though you have a clean record up until a couple months back where they finally got what they were working on for 40 years on tiny misdemeanors. But still, I've never heard of a situation where someone says, I don't trust you, so we have the right to hunt you down and kill you, or exterminate you, or rid you of the world, or lock you in a cage for not doing anything wrong, just based on I don't trust you or you're different. Except things like slavery, the Holocaust, and all throughout history where people label people different and then hunt them and kill their kind and things like that. This is actually what we are seeing. Now, Dincy, my point is that Dincy is involved and he damn well knows what's going on, so why is he contacting me wanting to know what he already knows? Because what he knows is we don't want Kevin talking. So I'll pretty much leave it at that, because any 10-year-old with common sense can figure that out. This whole thing is about, at this point, what I know and them not wanting me talking about their mass crimes, the largest crimes known to man in the history of humanity, known to one man, or I should say, the largest crimes against one man in history against one person. There has never been a crime like this against one person, and a mass worldwide conspiracy to hunt down and exterminate and rid someone of the world across a 40-year period, no less, starting at 5 years old. And you have to sort of break that down with what's going on with my family with psychology degrees, the psychology community, the police, and then going up the ladder to this pure insanity and craziness based on people with no self-control and complete fear. And so who knows what they're told by the psychology community, but whatever is said, they're literally acting on this pure stupidity. Or they just want to keep tabs on me, like this 40-year watch list they've had telling me we dictate your life and you do whatever we tell you or we kill you, which is unheard of and goes way beyond the Constitution of the United States. I am supposed to be protected, basically meaning that I am a living proof of what Edward Snowden came forward about 5 years ago, and I am the example why he's in Russia exposing these illegal, demented NSA operations. These are questions that all of you need to really start focusing on and talking about with my life, and saying, shit, you know, we could be next, because you can be next. Because the whole point of what I'm trying to get to the world here is that if this can happen to someone like me, who's, I don't want to say the best person in the world, but a really good person, I can guarantee it can happen to any of you. None of you are safe. It doesn't matter if you pay your taxes, if you're married with 5 kids, you're the perfect person, you donate to all your charities, whatever. It does not matter. If the NSA doesn't like you, they don't trust you, your life could very easily be like mine, and you're going to say, wait, but we have a Constitution in the United States that says that they can't violate my privacy and do these things to me and make me look like a horrible person and hunt me down and kill me for no reason. We have judicial systems, right? Wrong. I am living proof. The judicial system is being completely bypassed since 5 years old for me. Nothing that is based on the Constitution applies to me. All those constitutional rights and protections, with a father running around saying you're not allowed to defend yourself with Mike Huntley, are basically toilet paper at this point. And while you might say, hey, I have a good life and I don't care, well, that could easily change. And that's my point. And most importantly, if you look at my website, you will notice that this isn't just about taking away constitutional rights. This is about severe torture, inflicting severe pain, and killing people. Okay? I don't know anywhere in the Constitution that says we don't like or trust you, we can kill you. Well, that is actually what is going on, and once you go to my website, which is less than 0.00001% of the data I've accumulated and the mass attacks over the last 40 years, you will realize that these are government kill operations.